Hello, welcome back to Jenny's Food Network. So here are the vermicelli noodles. They're starting to bubble a little bit, and these are the extra thin noodles, all right? So they don't have to be boiled that long, and they cook very quickly. If you cook it too long, it's going to be like very mushy and gross, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and drain it out. Okay, so as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and run cold water through it, okay? If you use it too hot, it will be burning your finger and it will burn through the skin. It's going to pierce through the skin, so you have to have it like room temperature or cold or refrigerated. Okay, it's going to be very stringy. It's going to be very hard to wrap with it being like this. So you're going to have to use a scissor, okay, and just trim it. Don't over trim it where they become very brittle. Don't over trim it. Just like an inch apart and then inch across the other side. Okay, that should be good. And I'm going to let it sit here. I'm going to let it sit there and let it drain more. Okay, so I'm going to work with 3 plates because by the time, 3 plates are perfect for me because by the time I'm ready to wrap, I've already finished laying out the stuffing, okay? So I'm going to use 3 plates, okay? And here we go. And here's the skin that I'm going to use. Just to show you again, the red flour one. They come in like, this is a the 35-ounce one, the 35-ounce, and look how big the skin is, just so you can figure it out. Look how big the skin is. They even come with skins bigger than this and one that's a little smaller than this, okay? So you decide how you want it. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, in case if you're wondering, the ingredient says rice flour, okay, rice flour, salt, and water, okay? So this is gluten-free. So I'm going to take 3 skins out. 3 skins. And I'm going to rinse under like cool, warm water, okay? You can even get like a pot of water and just let it, you don't want to use it too hot because if you use it too hot, it's going to start making the skin too soft and it's going to be hard to wrap and it's going to rip. Okay? So cool, warm water. I mean, even cold water is fine. Cool, warm water is fine. But don't use hot. Okay, here we go. And here's the 3rd skin. Rinse the front and back of it. Rinse it with water. And lay it on the 3rd plate, as you can see. So now I'm going to get started. I forgot to mention about I'm going to put this camcorder on this side so it's not in my way. Okay. Come in. And zoom out so you can see what I'm doing more. Okay. I forgot to mention that I use cilantro also. You could use mint leaves also, but I don't have any mint leaves. Mint leaves don't last very long in the fridge. And they're hard to have around, and some stores don't sell it, and the mint leaves are kind of expensive depending where you're buying it. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and do it for all 3. I'm going to zoom out more. Let's see. Okay. Make sure I can get everything in. Move right over, and here's the shrimp here. Okay, first of all, I like to start off with the shrimp. So just pinch out the butt end of the tail. You could either chop it or you could just put it as a whole shrimp, but since I have kids and it's easier to eat, I like to just break up the shrimp, you know, because when you eat the shrimp, it kind of comes out in a full size bite. So I like to just enjoy the shrimp spread out. So you just line it up like that. You could use more shrimp if you like. Some people like to use other, like beef meat also. They like to use other squid. For me, shrimp is enough for me. So I'm just using, like, these shrimps are small. 2 shrimp each is good enough for me. Like I said, seafood could be expensive, so you guys decide how much you want to put into your food. Some people like a vegetarian, or they strictly don't eat seafood or eggs, so it'll just be like vegetarian. There'll be no shrimp, no chicken in it, no beef, no, no meat-like stuff. Okay, so we got the shrimp lined up. Now I'm gonna go. Now next, I like to go for the cucumber. Cucumber slices. Let's see. I like it thick like this because it's much crunchier. Some people will make it thinner. Okay, next I would like to do the green kale. The green kale, it has to be chopped up small like this because if you wrap it while it's tough, it'll pierce and break the skin. The stems are very tough. Green kale is the best. If you don't have green kale, I recommend green leaf lettuce next. Stay away from romaine lettuce. It's mainly just all like stem, not much leaf to it. It's not much nutrients as well. Okay, so if you overstuff your wrap, it's gonna rip, okay? I mean, as you try, as you go, you'll see what I'm talking about. I have a friend who can wrap egg rolls really good, but then when it comes to spring roll skin, she always rips the skin. So, somebody's calling. Oops. I'll call me later. Okay, so I'll call back later. Okay, so here we go. Okay. So next, I'm gonna go ahead and pinch some cilantro. I just break it up like this. So making spring rolls is very like, you have to use your hands. Like, in order to make spring rolls, you have to really use your hands. Just like making egg rolls, you have to really use your hands. Just like sushi, you gotta use your hands a lot. So it's very like messy food when it comes to preparation. So, okay, there, got some cilantro on that. And lastly, I'm gonna use this. I use about that much. You don't want to overstuff it or else it's going to be hard to wrap and it's going to rip. Use the same equal size noodles for all of them. Now by this time the spring roll wrap has already softened. And it's very bendable, easy to wrap like egg roll skin. And you'll be washing your hands a lot, so you have clean hands to constantly. Okay, so now I'm going to zoom in so you could get a better view how I wrap this. Like I said, a lot of people have a very hard time wrapping spring rolls because they break easily. So here we go. Now I'll show you. Look at the skin. Look how flimsy the skin is now compared to the original. This is the original. You can even hear it. Okay, it's like paper. And if I fold it in half, it's gonna break like glass, okay? So I don't want to ruin it by breaking in half. So that's the difference that what this type of product could do. Okay, now I'm gonna fold this over. And make sure you apply pressure, because if you don't apply pressure, it's going to be very like, you know, not tight. You have to wrap it tight in order for you to eat it well, because if you don't wrap it tight, it's gonna fall apart. It's gonna be not that yummy. So as I roll, I'm putting pressure down, okay? I'm putting pressure down. And then as I roll over, fold the sides in a 90-degree angle. So it's like a 90-degree angle, like that. And then fold. See, it's starting to rip right here. So fold, put pressure down, fold. As you roll it, put pressure down, because that will make the spring roll wrap very tight. See, here's the spring roll. That's how beautiful it looks. A lot of people can't wrap it like this because it they don't wrap it tight enough. It's all big, but then it's all flimsy. But this is nice and firm, so this is really the perfect spring roll wrap. that I like to have that size, and I like to have it wrapped properly, because if you don't wrap it properly, you'll see what I'm talking about. When you eat it, it's going to be very like, oops. Oh, great. Sorry about that. Okay, so I was moving it and it got kind of tipped over. Okay, so let's go to the red plate. I'll show you that again, okay? Okay, lift it up, fold it over, put pressure to it, and then fold. See, it's starting to rip right there. That's why you have to be very, the skin is so delicate. Believe me, it is very, very delicate. That's why people have a lot of hard time wrapping spring rolls. And don't forget, the Vietnamese style spring rolls, it's not marinated, okay? Nothing is marinated. The flavor comes from the sauce. So if your sauce is not good, the whole thing's not going to be good. See, all the spring rolls are the same size. So I'm transfer that over. Now I'm just going to, instead of moving the camcorder, I'm just going to transport the plates over. So here's the blue plate. I'm working on the last third spring roll. Jet. So I'm going to fold this as well. Put pressure down as you roll. Fold the side in at a 90-degree angle. And bring that over. So it's like a 90-degree angle. And then fold. 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 So here you have it. So here are 3 spring rolls. And when you're ready to eat, or if you're hosting a yummy treat, here we go. Look at that beautiful plate. I'm going to move this here because it's much brighter over here. Okay, move this back so this becomes the main focus. Jet. Okay, bring that over. Okay, hold on. Get a nice angle of this plate. Okay, let me see. Alright, so here we have it. Oops, oh, goodness, my camcorder keeps falling. I gotta tighten this thing up. Okay, there we go. Because I'm pointing it down so much that it's just so much weight there. Okay. Okay, so here I have it. I just made a circular shape on the tomatoes to make it pretty. And I put that right on top, right in the middle. And then my favorite are the roasted peanuts that I had gotten it crushed. Garnish it to make it pretty, and it gives that nice peanut flavor. And when here are those 3 spring rolls I had showed you that I had wrapped. Now you can decorate it very beautiful. I like to face where the spring rolls are to give it some pink color to it. Here's the second spring roll. And here's the third spring roll. There we have it. Beautiful spring rolls. Alright, let me zoom out a bit more. So here we have it, guys. Beautiful spring rolls. And of course, you know how I am. I like to decorate with cilantro again. Give it some nice, elegant look to it. Alright, here we have some pretty garnishment there. And also some pretty garnishment here. Okay, some more cilantro. Alright, as you can see how beautiful that looks. There's my spring rolls. My beautiful, elegant spring rolls. You could position however way you like it. It could be like that as well. Whichever way you like to position the plate. So I'm going to come up here, give you a top view angle of it. Alright guys, there goes my homemade Vietnamese spring rolls. Like I said, if the sauce is bad, if it's not right, the whole thing's going to taste bad. The Vietnamese style spring rolls are not marinated, okay? The rolls, there's really not much flavor of it, okay? It's made just as is and wrapped fresh. And then it's dipped in the sauce. Okay, zoom in more. Alright, thanks for watching.